Hello everyone, welcome back to the session. This is the this keyword demonstration part 2, and today we will discuss about the fourth and fifth concept of this keyword. Now I'm going to discuss about to refer the current class object using this keyword, how we can write a program for to refer the current class object. So we'll take an example of the college and we'll take double P is equal to 50,000 string address is equal to Bangalore. So now after that, I will introduce a constructor. Just I will display the message welcome. Now I will introduce a method that will returns the current class, that reference or an object. I will introduce, this is the class name, and you can see this is display. P is a user defined method. Inside I'm trying to print the P equals to, then I will print the fee. And after printing, then I will return. Return followed by this means it will return the current class instance or current class object. Okay, current class reference it will return, or else you can say simply it returns the current class object. To refer means it is returning the current class object here. So now then I get inside the public static void main, I will create an object for the class called college. Now what will happen if I run this code now? If I run this code, you have created an object for the class, constructor of the class will be executed so that welcome will be displayed on the screen. After this, I want to execute this user defined method called display fee. Now how can write in a single code? Anyhow, I have created an object. Then I should use the dot operator, then followed by the display fee, then followed by the display fee. Then after that, if I'm trying to run this code, see fees is also will be displayed. So again, I want to display address in another user defined method. What should I do? So I will introduce one more method called void display address. So here I will introduce address is equal. I'm trying to display. So we just print the address. Now I want to call this one. So again, anyhow, when I calling this method, this will print the fees and this method returns the current class object. So that is the reason return type should be the class name and it is coming back for the same position. Then again, dot and followed by the display address. So if I'm trying to run this code now, addresses also will be displayed on the screen. But one more important point is here. Suppose one more method I want to introduce. One more method, void like just a display message. Anything you want to print, you can print inside Java program. Fine. Now, if I want to call this method, what will happen if I call dot followed by display? If I call, you will get the compile time error, right? You are getting the error here. The error is displaying a different line. it should display in the same line only. But if you are trying to run, just observe. See, an exception is arises here. So how to overcome this difficulty in the sense? First, you are getting the error for this. So to overcome this difficulty, then I return followed by current class instance current class object, and your return type should be a class name. Then if I introduce here, so now if I call this one method print the address, then returning the current class instance, return type should be the class name, and coming back for the same position with the help of this, then you can call the display. But if you are not returning this current class object or current class reference, you are unable to call the display method. If you write a code like this, then you are able to call a display message. See, if you call a display, it is printing the message called Java program. In this way, you can write a code. So in a single line, almost I'm calling the some three methods, one, two, three methods I'm calling in a single line. And here is the most important thing is this return current class object or current class reference, and it is returning. Here, this is a good example for the return the current class object. To refer, or I can say to return current class object. So if you want to use object reusability also concept, I can write a small modification here. Anyhow, constructor is here. Okay, fine. Then I will same method instead of printing this, taking will delete all the steps. So now here, what should I do is first I will create an object for the college. Let's see is equal to new college. Created the object. Now the first time I will print the reference only directly. See, I will print the reference. Now if I'm trying to run this code, so welcome it is printing, anyhow constructor will be executed. Now the reference, the address will be displayed on the screen. Why? Because I'm printing system.out.println of the C. Then next thing is, now I will call this method with the help of the reference. I can call display fee. Display fees returns the current class instance or current class reference. Again, I will call one more time C dot display messages. Now just try to observe the output. The same reference it is passing, same reference. Just observe. So this is also the concept we can say this approach will increases the object reusability concept. So JVM will not create a new object for the class each and every time. JVM will return the same reference. JVM will return the same reference value. So this approach will increases the object reusability. So it will increase the object reusability. And if you want to know some difference, like I can introduce one more method. One more method I will introduce. Same only will take. I will do small modification. Display P1. Just observe the difference. And instead of returning this, I will create inside, I just create an object for the class only. I will create an object for the class. Then I will say return followed by the reference. Return type should be class name. Now I will call this method two times. Just check it now. each and every call, 2 times I have called. See, different references it is passing, right? Different references. So 69 and 22. And here the same references. And here are different references. So this is what I can say, the object reusability, and some of the concept will not provide the object reusability. And this is not an object reusability concept, I can say. This is not an object reusability, and this one is the object reusability. And if you want to check the same thing, I will show the slide so that you will get the better clarity. And this is what the program, guys. And each and every time it will returns the new instance, and it will not provide the object reusability. Why? Because a new object of the class will be created each and every time, and Java virtual machine returns the new object reference value in this approach. And in this approach, and Java virtual machine will not create the new object for the class each and every time, and Java virtual machine returns the same reference value. And this approach increases the object reusability, and this approach may not increases the object reusability. So when this is the complete demonstration, so you also practice well for this. Now, yes, last class only have discussed about some of the rules and regulations about this keyword. Now I will show you once again. Then in this concept only, you can create the MCQ more effectively. What exactly that concept is? Then I will introduce a constructor. One argument constructor I will introduce. Here I will pass the value. Create a MCQ. So we'll pass the 10 here. Okay, fine. So here, if you want, you can display. Then I will introduce zero argument constructor. Inside, I can call this. If you don't want to print this one, that is also fine. Then if I call 2 times this keyword, so you will get the error. Just observe. Call to this must be the first statement inside the constructor. This is the error you will get it. That I will print a Java here. So we'll create an option for this. The first option is I can say Java printed 2 times. And second option, Java will be printed 1 time. And third option is you can say compile time error. And the fourth option is runtime error. What is the answer? Compile time error. Why? Because you can use only one this statement. You cannot use two this statement here. So now, if you are beyond knowing participant, okay. So we'll get into this. Then if you are BK participant, beyond knowing participant, you can create a good MCQ so that you will get very good quality bonus point. So now I will post this MCQ. Say predict the output. I will copy the complete code snippet. So we'll copy and paste it and finish editing. Then I will set a tag. This is Java. Then I will provide an options. So Java and Java, then followed by a single. And third option is compile time error. Fourth option is time error. What is the correct answer? Correct answer is option 3. I have modified. And if you want to tag, you can tag the some of the profile of your friends. And after this, I will submit my MCQ. So anyone can answer for this MCQ. So kindly follow me on Sukshma guys to get the interview questions and eNote. eNote also, if you click on the eNotes, you will get the all type of the eNotes videos, project-based learning eNote videos, everything you will get it. If you click on MCQ, most frequently asking questions of the MCQs, also you will get it. And if you want to earn money in our platform, Sukshmas is a social media platform for learning and education. If you want to become a mentor in the Sukshmas, you just click on this tab called Beyond Knowing, then click on the details, then just click on the BK mentors. This is the recruitment process for the BK mentors, and you have to read out the mentor policies, mentor safe groups, and roles and responsibility of the BK mentor. If you are satisfying the recruitment process of the BK mentor, so that if you are become a mentor, so that you will get the up to 5K scholarship from the Sukshmas. Okay, let's coming back for this. This is what the MCQ I have created. Using this keyword concept only, I can create a number of MCQ so that you will get the more clarity on the concepts. So now I will go for the next one. Argument in constructor call. I will give an explanation how exactly works. So I will delete the code. I will write it for the new. So this time I will take the two classes. So I will delete all the code steps. Now I will introduce one more class. This is, I can say, fifth point, argument in constructor call. Argument in constructor call. I will introduce a constructor, public VTU, introduce a constructor. Then here I will pass, this is college, is a class name. College followed by a C. This is the reference I have created. Now I completely fulfill this. Program is not completed, guys. Then I just introduce int 3 is equal to 20,000 and string college is equal to whatever the college name you want. Now I will introduce a constructor. Then inside I will create an object for this class. VTU v is equal to new VTU and followed by this. This means current class instance, it will pass. So when this encounter, absolutely it will remove the constructor of the VTU. This means it current class reference or instance and college class is going. So in receiving time, and it should be the class name should be college. Why? Because I'm passing the college reference. College reference. And this is what argument in constructor call. This can be passed as an argument in the constructor call. So this is passing the college instance or college reference, receiving type, and here C will be received and it should be what type of the reference you are passing, college. So that should be, and here you should mention the class name called college. So now here, so here I don't want to pass. I just invoke the constructor college. It will coming back and it will invoke the constructor of the video, and I'm passing the current class reference called college and received by the C, and the type should be mentioned. Why? Because you are passing the current class reference belongs to the college. So that is the reason you have to mention the class name called college. From here, I can say from here, I want to access fees as well as the college. So I can access the fee. If you are directly accessing the fee, you will get the compile time. So that what should I do? And if I have passed the reference c.fee, I can access the same way e dot college I can access. Right. So if I'm trying to run this code, so fee as well as the RVCE will display on the screen. Suppose one more modification here. I will introduce void display. From here I want to print it. So if I'm trying to write the same thing, you will get the error unable to access, cannot find the symbol. So that time I can do one modification. I can create the class reference in the class level, college reference in the class level. C1 I will take. Then I can arrange, like I can write C1 is equal to C, local reference assigned for the like instance, class level reference. So instead of C, I can use C1 dot fee, C1 dot college. I can access. How to call this one? After that only I can call display method I can call. So if I'm trying to run, so 2 times it will be display. So this concept we call it as argument. This can be passed as an argument for the constructor call. This is important. And this is important how you are receiving. Guys, kindly practice well. See you in my next session. Thank you.